So this is Cornelia from Cognitive SEO. You've probably seen my face on the webinar registration landing page. I know I probably look better there, but we have a really good graphic designer. Thank you very much for attending today. What we're going to talk about is how to efficiently optimize your website. So basically, I'm guessing what you all need is to boost your ranks, to get more traffic, and so on. And this can be done through content optimization, because we all know that lately Google had a bit of a switch from off-page ranker factors like links and other things that are not in your direct control to content, quality content, and so on. Therefore, this is why today we're going to talk exactly about this, how to efficiently optimize your content to get higher ranks and better traffic. So we're going to talk about four items: how to do keyword research efficiently, how to efficiently optimize the landing page, how to deal with over-optimization, and the pinnacle technique. I'm not going to tell you much about this now. I know it sounds very a fancy name, but you're going to see what is this about. So please let me know if you guys can see my screen now. Okay. So let's get the party started. So let's start with our first issue, what we did regarding how to do keyword research efficiently. So let's assume that you're having a business like in video production, right? So you're owning a video production studio, and what you wish for is to rank as high as possible for video production. But if we Google video production, what are we going to get? We're going to get like 80 million results, okay? First page Wikipedia and other big companies like this. So the question would be, how can you, I don't know, a small company from Rome, Italy, rank well on this keyword when it's such a high, when it's so highly competitive and so. So the idea is to do keyword research efficiently. So if I'm putting here video production, I'm getting some results. If I'm gonna restrain my research, for instance, you see I'm also getting autocompletes like video production, tutorials, meanings, process, services. Google is already helping me with this and is giving me some suggestions. So if I'm putting my video production studio, okay, already I'm getting fewer results but more niched, right? I'm getting names of studio already. I'm getting everything it's actually changed in terms of search results. If we go here, okay, to search terms, we will also get some great ideas from here. How to build a video production studio, video studio lighting setup, production equipment, and all of this. And you would say, okay, why should I care for this? But well, you should care a lot for it. And this is because it's very hard to compete for a highly competitive keyword. But it could be a bit easier, not like easy breezy, but a bit easier to try ranking for keywords you really actually have a chance for, and which are more niched. For instance, probably video production studio in Rome, okay, would be actually a keyword people would search for, okay? So I'm getting even fewer results. I'm getting this Google local business. You probably, if you're having a business, you can register to Google My Business.com. So this is how these results are showing up here. And as you can see, actually the results are now changed. But there are some other ways we can do more efficiently keyword research. And this I'm gonna use a tool. And the tool I'm going to talk about and I'm going to use a lot today is the keyword tool and content assistant. And why am I going to use this? Because it's actually really easy to use, very helpful, and will ease your work a lot. I'm going to tell you more about it immediately. So I'm going here to the keyword tool and content assistant, and to do keyword research efficiently, I just type video production. And for United States, you see that I'm getting some autocompletes here as well. And I click on Analyze. What is going to happen here? I'm going to have some keyword suggestions. Okay, I'm going to have a lot of it. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to have 1,000 keyword suggestions. What am I going to do with all of that? Oh, well, I'm going to find the ones that are most relevant for me. Because here, the keywords that are here, are keywords from a big database, and here are keywords that people actually type in the Google search box, autocompletes, suggestions, and all that. So basically, what people are actually searching for in Google, those keywords you're going to see here. So I'm looking at them. I'm also getting some info on the volume. Okay, you see some of them have a higher volume, some of them have a lower volume. I'm also looking at the cost per click here on the right. Okay, so for instance, video production Miami is more searched than video production music, to say, or is of most interest than video production monitor. But I can look through all of this, and I can see what keywords should I target, what keyword ideas should I get from all this. Okay, video production, bids, books, budget, everything. Of course, I can filter all of this here by relevancy, number of words, cost per click, and so on. So everything here, okay, can be really useful for me. You can see that I'm going see the number of words that I'm targeting, the keywords containing, exclude, for instance, if you're not interested in a specific area, so on, volume of search, and everything. So this is extremely useful because people tend to do this mistake when they're having, like, I don't know, a pet shop somewhere in a city or something like that, and they want to rank for pet shop. Okay, and I say, okay, I just want to rank for this. So you see, it's very hard to rank for this keyword because it's not very specific. You can get, for instance, I don't know, articles from different newspapers and so on. You can get Wikipedia articles and so on with a lot of info, which is highly precious and so on, but you will probably not get your actually your business here. And you know that saying, where is the hardest, where is the best place to hide that body? And that's on the second page of Google. And that's not because there are not quality articles here, not quality content and so on, but just because this is a very competitive keyword, right? It would be really hard for all of these guys to rank there, there. Then again, like in the previous case, I'm having here some suggestions, okay? Suggestions of locations maybe, or supplies or other thing I could work for. I can Google, it's a really good material to do keyword research, but I always look at it here. Let's shop, let's QPS, add the keyword explorer. Okay, because I might get some keywords I never thought of them. If, for instance, pet shop dog for sale, maybe it's a keyword I never thought of. And maybe this keyword research will actually help you to diversify your offline business as well. Because maybe you'll see here a lot of, I don't know, very highly searched keyword that you never thought of, right? So when you're having a keyword that is you never thought of having it, maybe you could use it and maybe increase your business ideas, maybe grow your business with, I don't know, more info, data, and so on. So here it is. Of course, as you've seen here, it's a lot of Pet Shop Boys keyword suggestions, because this is part of the keyword search. And maybe you're not targeting the British pop band, although they're cool and so on, but maybe it's not of your interest. What you could do when doing this kind of search, you can simply exclude them from your search, and that's all. Yeah, hopefully it's all clear with the keyword research and the importance of targeting the right keyword. If you're having, for instance, some businesses that are most interested to you and you want me to exemplify them within this webinar, please just let me know on the chat, and I'm going to take a look at them, and I'm going to try, basically I'm going to try talking about them within this presentation. Also, if you're having questions, I'm going to try answering them as soon as possible. I'm going to take a look from time to time to the chat and see how we can tell. For instance, Rudy asked me if there is no competition difficulty metric. I'm going to answer this really fast. Rudy, as you can see, for instance, for this keyword, I'm also having a keyword difficulty score here. And this keyword difficulty is basically the metric I'm using as a competitive metric, the competitive metric that you've mentioned. Okay, so basically this is pet shop, but if I'm finding, for instance, a pet shop near me, okay, let's say, you'll see that the keyword difficulty score is going to change. That score is from a scale from 0 to 100, 100 being the most difficult. Okay, see how easy from 0 to 100. Then again, you'll get other keyword suggestions and so on. Okay. Good. Now, if everything is clear here, I would like to go to number two. Number two on my list is how to basically efficiently optimize a landing page. Okay, so let's take another keyword. I'm gonna look for how to eat healthier, let's say, because it's such a trendy subject. Everybody would be interested in this. So how to eat healthier. So let's assume I have a blog, or I have a new business, a startup, anything you might think of, and I want to target this keyword, how to eat healthier. So when I first search on Google, you'll see so many results, okay? And this is because it's such a trendy topic. And then you also see a Google answer box here, which highlighted from this website on how to eat healthy. It's in the name as well. And you see basically, right, a lot of pages ranking here. So the question would be, if you're having a blog post, if you're having a website, how do you do to get your website on the first page of Google? As I said before, second page of Google has really awesome data, but it's not a place you would want to be. So I'm going to go then again to the keyword tool. I'm going to search for how to eat healthier. I can change the market. I'm going to keep it for US for the moment, but of course you have the possibility to search it on your own location, and I would really recommend you to do so because the results would be different. And after taking a look, okay, at the keywords suggestions on, I'm going to go to the ranking analysis. Okay, and what do we have here on the ranking analysis? So basically you'll see I'm saying the top 20 keywords that are ranking for this top 20 websites, sorry, that are ranking for this exactly keyword, how to eat healthier. Okay, so we'll see like this, and you'll say, okay, how is this different from Google? Well, actually, it is very different from Google. The results are accurate, just as on Google site, but the difference is this, if you see, this content performance score we have here, okay? Because this content performance score does the difference. So each page is optimized, or at least they try to optimize their web page for how to eat healthier. Some did a better job on this, some did a worse job on this. I'm also having number of words, the page performance, the date when this was published. And if I click, for instance, in this one, these guys with 90, I'm going to see that basically they did a pretty good job, okay, at optimizing their content. And they used these keywords, okay? They basically use a list of keywords that most likely pushed their web page high on Google search rankings. But for instance, to understand exactly the steps on how to do this, so step number 1 was the Keyword Explorer. Put your keyword, go to Keyword Explorer, find suggestions. Step 2, go to ranking analysis. Okay, I'm going to go, for instance, let's see this article, mind, body, green. Okay, so I'm having this. At the first sight, it looks like a nice blog post. It's not. It seems to have a lot of content. Pretty sure they're giving a lot of great tips and so on how the ultimate guide to eating healthy at any restaurant anywhere. It's a recent blog post, right? Quite very recent, but it's ranking. Let's see. But it's ranking on 19. So let's see if we can do something if there is something we can do to optimize this piece of content so that it will rank higher for this specific keyword. So we have this thing called the Content Assistant. So the Content Assistant, it's a pretty useful tool. And why is that? Because it allows me to put the content here. Okay. The page title. I'm having all the rest of the text. I'm not having access to the text only, and this is why I'm just copying and pasting this. If it's your own content, most likely you can paste just the text and everything. Of course, it will be pasted just the text, but just to be sure, it's a good content, it's a good text and everything. I just took out an example out of nowhere, and if I click on check score, I will get a content performance 23. And if you remember, a couple of minutes ago, we looked at the top 20 rankings. Let's see if we can see it again. Okay, and you see the top 20 websites have 80, 70, 60, 90, 59. So me with 23, my chances to be in top 10 are not the best. The odds are not with me in this situation. Even though it's a really nice blog post, I'm pretty sure it's saying has great content and really answers my question, how to eat healthier. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's awesome. It's not ranking well, and I'm pretty sure you had this problem yourself a million times, writing a piece of content. The piece of content is awesome, is the best in your niche, but is not ranking well. So this could be a solution for you, the Content Optimizer. This score here, the good news is that this score can be improved. The bad news is just 23 for the moment, but can be improved to up to 90 maybe. So here I'm giving 4 categories of keywords. The keywords I'm already using, and these keywords, some are more important than the others. These keywords are the keywords that might have helped my competitors to rank on the top 10 Google results. And the tool is also letting me know, hey, you should use these keywords. If you would be using these keywords, fruits and vegetables, healthy food, healthy diet, weight loss, scanty calories, all of this, okay, a lot of keywords related to this. If you would use these keywords, I'm pretty sure your content performance score will be higher, and then again, your position will again be higher. Of course, you don't have to just copy-paste keywords from here and put them here, or just give, I don't know, just put craving junk food and just copy a list of random keywords like that. No, quality is on the first step, on the first place. Sorry. So you have to create content that is relevant for the users in the first time, and secondly, that is relevant for the search engines. I know it is hard, and people always say, okay, try writing your content as if Google wouldn't exist. Okay, totally agree with that. But also, if we could do something that to get our awesome content also rank well, that would be even better, because it's very frustrating. I know from my own experience, I'm a copywriter as well, and I know from my own experience that it's really frustrating when I'm writing, I don't know, a research, a big analysis with data and all that. I work a lot, I put all the efforts in it, but at the end of the day, it's not ranking well. But it's not ranking well because it's not well optimized. Okay, and this might be the exact solution for me. So after, I can even change, see, here I can type here. I can even change the text directly here, put all the keywords I'm interested in. Once I add some more questions, some more keywords, sorry, I just click on check score. My check score, my score, content performance score will be changed. And once I'm getting a score that I'm satisfied with, and it will be competitive for my top 10 competitors, then I can use Fetch as Google. Is a tool probably familiar with. Okay. Fetch as Google Sites. So basically, once you sign in with your own Google Search Console account, what should you use this for? Because this is the way that Google sees the content now. After you optimizing it, basically it will be a new content, and you'll have to ask Google, hey Google, look at my content again and rank me again, because I've made some changes on it. So after you do all the changes, after you update your website, you just use Fetch as Google tool, add the link there, fetch, request index, you'll see exactly how to do it there, and after that, wait and see the results. Of course, sometimes miracles exist, sometimes they don't, but there is no miracle we're talking about. Basically, we're talking about facts, about how to actually improve your content just by doing something really, really easy. The tool has done the hard part, where calculating the algorithms, thinking about what keywords it should be used and where and all that. We have the easy part, where we can offer quality content, but we can also see actually see results. We've done some research on our own blog posts, on some other people's blog posts, and the results were really, really awesome. We have some great boosts in rankings and also in traffic. Not to mention that we actually offered better content, right? Because having this here means for me that my my readers, my users, my potential customers, or that they're actually interested in these keywords. So why not using it, and why not talk about it? Because this is what it's about, not just using it, not copy paste it. Just talk about those items. They're interested. Your clients are interested in them. Just approach them. I'm having some more questions here. I'm sorry, it's not. I cannot answer all of the questions, but I'm trying to answer some questions now and there. And at the end of the webinar, I'm trying to answer some more, because somebody asked me if it takes into consideration keyword density, the semantic analysis in the body as a whole. Yes, it does semantic analysis. Basically, this is what it's based on. You know, Google is becoming really smart these days and has a lot of semantic language, artificial intelligence, and all that. So this tool is doing that as well. Yes, it takes into account keyword density, because if you would actually, if you would just copy paste the keywords and put them like that, you'll see that you'll get a big red alert there. And regarding the headings, like H1, H2, H3, and so on, it's only taking into consideration the main title. So this is basically concentrated on content only, okay, on the thing that you can actually change. Of course, you can do some more work on your website. You can look at your page titles, your meta tags, and so on. But what I'm trying to talk about and present to you is how to efficiently optimize the content of a page. This is the main thing. And I think this content optimizer it's a very, very nice tool. It's a very good way, because it's saying good for takes the best from both worlds, for the search engine and for your users as well. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a sore throat. You know that saying, when is the best? What is the best way to avoid a cold in the autumn? Is to catch it in the winter. So I didn't do that because I have it now. Okay, so we've talked about optimization, but now we have another issue we should face, and that issue is how to handle an over-optimized content, because this can happen as well. So let's see that I'm having, I know, eat healthy. And if you can see, if I just put it like this, probably, and just add it in my content, now we'll give a check score. Okay, I'm having a problem, the keyword stuffing. Because as saying before, this tool is also taking into consideration the keyword density. And I don't know if you know, but Google has several types of penalties. So Google tries to offer results as accurate and as user-friendly as possible. But there are situations when the websites are trying to abusing the system. And the situation that they're even doing off-page things, like they're doing natural links, you know, all that footer links, site directories, comments a lot, and senseless and so on. Or the websites are having like really, really thin content. So Google, what they did was to create a sort of penalty for that. And the name of this penalty is panda, like the animal, the really nice panda bear. So the penalty is called panda. So for instance, if you want me to show you how a penalty like this looks like, you might be familiar with this website, with a Webpedia. This is very famous. I'm using now the Site Explorer, a tool from Cognitive SEO that will give me just a quick overview on any website. You can use it as well afterwards. And as I'm going here on the rankings, for instance, and if I want to see the rankings for the last 5 years, I'm seeing here like a really, really big drop. See? On May. And if I'm putting the Google updates, I'm seeing that it's a panda 4.0. That was the update. That was a date when Google made a very big update to its algorithm, to the panda algorithm. And you see this website, Webpedia, had a really, really big drop. But afterwards, they come to their senses, more or less. So what I wanted to show you is that there is a direct correlation between having like really over-optimized content or thin content and Google penalties. So if you're using optimization too much, like you're overdoing it, you might be having the results in the wrong direction. So let's see if we're looking for search engine optimization. Okay. So one of the results we're getting are also from, guess who? Our friends Webpedia. So the question is, how are they still ranking if they had such a penalty? Well, I've looked where is it? Where is it? Here, I look with the web archive, and I looked how their web page looked like in 2014 when they got a penalty. And I just looked for a random term, was search engine optimization. And I wanted to show you how this looks like. Okay, I'm gonna search for this term, search optimization. Okay, I'm gonna do a new search. Yeah, from the web archive. So this is how their website used to look on a couple, like 3 years ago. So if I'm going here, and I also see the ranking on 7 now, and for this term, for this exact term, okay, I'll go to the content assistant, and I see, probably this was the title. What did the score look like? And keyword stuffing. And I don't know if you see how many times search engine search results, search. There is a lot. So it's basically thin content, okay, not that much. But it's a lot of keyword stuffing here. And the tool is actually telling me this. So you might ask, what did Webopedia do? What did they do? So that now they're ranking on the first page of Google again. Because as I've shown you before, they had a major drop. So this is a very major drop for them. So what they did was to improve their website. Because if we go now to Webopedia, okay, it was here some, and if we look how their content looks today, you'll see that it's a bit different, right? They've changed some things. So let's see what is the score for this one now. Okay, I'm just gonna change. We're having another title as well. I'm gonna click on check score, and I'm gonna see that no more keyword stuffing. The content performance score is better. They could improve it. They can improve it as well. But if you see, they actually changed this. And this is because they changed mostly all of their articles, because they had that very big problem with the over-optimization and with thin content. They suffered a really big penalty those times due to the Google algorithms. So when trying to do optimization, don't overdo it. Always check it out with a tool, for instance, similar with this, with the content assistant, and be sure that you're not doing keyword stuffing, you're not just putting keywords just for the sake of it. Remember that quality is not a one-time act. So basically, quality should be a habit for your website, for your blog posts, and so on. So optimization is a really big problem. Over-optimization is a really big problem. What I recommend you to do if you're having a website with take all of your web pages that you think that you overdid it, check it here with a content tool or manually check it, have another look at them, and make sure that you didn't overdo stuff, okay? Because otherwise you could have issues like this one, and you really don't want to do that. So for instance, it was another case of Panda penalty. I think it was from in Medicine Health, I think, yeah. But they had actually the reverse. Let's look at the SEO visibility. You see, they're having like a very big increase now. If I'm looking at updates, it's the same update with in May from Google Panda. But actually what they did, they weren't ranking so well, as you can see here. But with the update, with the quality update, their web pages were looking really nice. They had a lot of info, a lot of content, well and smart optimized. So they had a very big boost in rankings, and they're still there, and they're probably doing way better than Webopedia on some search terms. So optimization, smart optimization is the key. Don't overdo it, but don't ignore it. Just try to do it. If you guys are wondering what tool, what am I using to do this, it's quite a new tool. It's called the keyword tool and the content optimization tool from Cognitive SEO. I think it's really useful, and I think you should all use it if you want to get a sneak preview or to check your things. Also has a free trial. And as you're a great audience today, even if I'm the only one speaking, I know, I'm going to offer you a link that has a special discount on it. So if you want to do, okay, hope everybody is seeing the link. If you want to try the tool, take it for a spin for 2 weeks for free. You can do that. I recommend you to use that link just because you'll have some great discounts after all. But saying it's free, you can check it out. If you like it, you can go further with it. I'll give you my email address at the end if you're having other questions regarding it as well. Okay, now. So far we talked about three main things: how to do keyword research efficiently and effectively, how to optimize a landing page, how to deal with over-optimization, and I've also promised you a fourth thing that is named the pinnacle technique. So pinnacle technique basically contains everything I've told you so far, but in a smart and organized way, to say like that. The idea is to make a very good content audit on your website. I mean, to begin with, take every piece of content on our website, every piece, every page, every landing page, every blog post, and whatever, and try to optimize it as good as possible. Because if you optimize it as good as possible, and if you'll be a topical authority on a specific domain, then Google will automatically boost you up for several keywords. Why is it called the pinnacle technique? Because pinnacle, you probably know that about icebergs. So you know that we can almost only see the pinnacle of the iceberg. Pinnacle of the iceberg meaning that 10%. And we say, okay, that's impressive. But under the water, there is 90% of all the iceberg. So it's a lot more than we can see. So this is what it's about. When we look like this, when you look at the search result, we see something like this: how to eat healthier, and we just see the 10% above. We can say, okay, these web pages are doing fine. Why I'm not here? But the other 90% of work that took these web pages to be here are not seen. But it's a work that is done with time, with patience, and so on. So let's see. And you don't have to create, similar web pages with your competitor just for the sake of keyword optimization. But you have to create web pages that are well optimized for keywords and that are of highly interest for your users. Let's say that, I don't know, Halloween is coming, right? So I will get Halloween custom ideas, okay? And I get some Pinterest pages, okay? Some article from today and so on. But here I'm getting some other interesting keyword research for adults, for kids, and so on. What you should try to find is that niche, okay? You're selling Halloween customs, but try to find what your users would be more interested in. And for that, then again, I will get the Halloween customs keyword. I will add it here. Okay, and I'll see what are other keywords and topics that my users might be very, very interested in, because this is what it's about. is finding that gimmick, finding that niche that none of my competitors are using. Because if I'm a very small competitor and I have all these big fish in the industry, it might be very difficult for me to be there. But if I'm creating very quality content, maybe a blog post on something that is of high interest for my users, then I might be boosted in rankings. So I will first I will check here. Okay. What to do, Birmingham, you see, you get a lot of ideas here, a lot of things that might interest you. For instance, I'm having this one, Halloween Customs, Adults, Easy Make. Okay, let's search for this one. And let's see. There are some other searches, some other suggestions. And of course they are. But let's look at the ranking analysis and let's see what content is ranking for this. So I'm having, you see, some interesting articles here. Let's go on the first one. And I'm having 30 genius Halloween custom ideas you can whip up with last minutes. Okay, and I'm having this web page that is not even loading so well as it seems. Okay, let's try another one. For instance, on the BuzzFeed, again, 31 insanely clever last-minute Halloween costumes. And you have this content. But what if you take a good look at this content that actually exists on this topic, Halloween costumes, Albert Easy Make, and why wouldn't you try creating a brand new article that it will be the best that there is for this keyword? Optimize it as much as you can, do it your best, make a great article on it, make it big in the sense of doing like some great ideas, a big number of ideas and things that actually people will benefit from. Use the content assistant for this, okay, because you can start optimizing an existing content, or you can start optimizing that content that already exists. So if I would do something like this, I would go from 0 and I'll automatically get the keywords I should use, see do-it-yourself costumes, I will get everything here. And I can create the content based on these ideas, but always taking a look at this and taking a look at my competitors, what are they doing and why are they ranking so well. If you are going to rank for long tail keywords like this, for small niches like Halloween custom adult easy make, like or other from the keyword explorer here, Google will notice that you create fresh content, optimized content, and automatically in time will boost all your website up. For instance, if we look here on the cognitive SEO blog, right? And you see that there are a lot of articles here. We try to optimize it as much as we can. We write it for the sake of our users because we really like to provide great info and so on. But we always do the 3 steps I've shown you. I always do keyword explorer, keyword research. I look at the ranking analysis, what my competitors are doing, and then I try to put up the best content possible with the help of the content optimization tool. And the results are really awesome. And in time, if Google will see that I'm creating fresh, great new content, it will basically boost my whole domain up with time. Okay. I know it's already late now, so I'm not going to keep you so much. Also, don't forget that after you optimize a piece of content, you have to fetch as Google as well, okay, using this tool. So creating, if you're updating an existing content, right, use this tool. If you're creating a new content from scratch, no worries. Google will crawl it for the first time. So I'm seeing a lot of questions here, but I promised I'm only keeping you a maximum of 50 minutes. So I'm going to try quickly answer some of the questions. Okay. if there is any easy way to export the relevant keywords. Yes, here you can, there are two ways to do this. You can basically copy paste, right? The relevant keywords here. You'll see that some of them are bold, some of them are not bolded, like this. But in the near future, the tool will have an export function, so that will make things easier, but you'll have two possibilities: copy paste simply as that, or wait another week for the save options, or the export option. Okay. Okay, there are a lot of questions regarding the keyword tool. Now, yes, you can also write. You can start from the scratch, writing a piece of content, or you can re-optimize an existing content, as saying before. Okay. On the topic, how can you do keyword research for searching new topics? You can do that as well. As saying, let's say that I'm interested in a bigger topic like that, like I did before. I'm only in Halloween costumes. But as I went to the Keyword Explorer, you've seen that I had a lot of topics. See? Halloween topics with wings, with tutus, with friends, with all stuff. Basically, I'm having all the topics ideas here. Okay, I have another question asking if off-page rankers, off-page factors like links and so on matter as well, or if they're integrated in the tool. Off-page factors do matter. Google does take into consideration links, and they're highly important. I recommend you to do link building if you can, and to do it wisely and efficiently. But the issue with the link building is that you cannot control it. It's not in your direct control, unfortunately. But this is, content is in your direct control, and you can do that not depending on anyone else than yourself, right? Creating content. So yes, focus on off-page rankers as well, factors as well. But if you can work on your content, that's awesome as well. Okay. Okay, some other chat. If you can give again the link, okay. I think the link is already on the chat, but I'm gonna give it again. Hopefully everyone, can you please guys tell me if you can see the link? Because someone asked me to add it again. Okay, hopefully you can all see it. Is there again? And yes, we'll have some discounts when using the tool. Saying you don't have to be actually dependent on a tool, even if it's DeepTools tool or any other. The trick is to smartly use your tool, and the greatest tool we'll ever have at our disposal is our own brains and our creativity and so on. These are just some extra add-ons, some helps, okay, that will make our time be better spent and so on. But our creativity, our hard work are the greatest weapon we have. And these are just some tools that will help us here and there. As saying, even Google has some great, and I look for video productions. Okay, I'm getting some autocomplex and suggestions, and I'm also getting some search-related video productions. So this is also helpful from Google site. Okay. What are the database for the keyword research? As saying before, when you're typing something here, we're getting the info from the Google search box itself, basically what people actually search for in Google, for Google autocompletes, Google suggestions, and so on. So this is why I prefer using a tool like the keyword tool, because I have it here all together. I can sort it, filter, exclude, and so on. Okay. So you guys, I hope you really enjoyed this webinar as much as I did. I know I did all the talking. You just write me something. I'm also gonna leave here on the chat my email address. If you're having any questions about anything, just let me know. Let's come. Okay, hopefully everybody can see my email. I'm really open to have some more conversations with you guys. If you're having any questions regarding digital marketing, if you're, I don't know, you're interested in other webinars, ideas, what we can offer you, just please let me know. I would be more than happy to have a chat with you on the digital marketing niche and area. I'm really enjoying it. Hope this was helpful for you. I surely learned some things from your questions as well. So thank you very much for attending this, and hopefully we'll see each other again at the next webinar. Have a great day, evening, morning, no matter where you are. All the best, and to your better rankings, Cornelia from County Bye.